Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how I created this brand identity for an AI powered educational platform called Tutora. So basically Tutora is like if you know Duolingo, yeah, it's like Duolingo, but instead of like you learning languages, you're learning educational stuff, like math, physics, chemistry, and other subjects. Basically you're using AI to like improve your learning experience. So that's what the brand is all about. So I developed this brand identity for it, and I'm going to show you how I use AI, how I use artificial intelligence to like develop it from scratch. Alright, so let's just get right into it. Alright, so as first of all, as you can see the logo is kind of like an owl, right? It's like a 2D image of an owl face. That's because owls are like they represent knowledge and wisdom, and since this is an educational platform trying to teach people, so it makes sense that we're using an owl for this. But the point of this video is to show you how I use AI today. So let's just get right into that. So I'm going to go to my WhatsApp. You might be wondering, what am I doing in WhatsApp? So for those of you that don't know, you can actually access ChatGPT through your WhatsApp. Yes, that's right. Just go to ChatGPT, go to WhatsApp and search for ChatGPT, and you can actually access it. You can also link it to your original ChatGPT account. So that's what I did. So for me, it's just more convenient for me, even on my phone. I actually did this on my phone, but I'm just going to be showing you how I achieved it on my laptop. Alright, so you guys should now read my chat. Come on your eye from my chat and focus on on the ChatGPT part. Right. So now so I came into ChatGPT and I was like, I need help designing a logo mark for a brand. And ChatGPT replied me with, I should give it a bunch of information. So instead of replying all this information individually, what I did was I just copied the brief and I pasted it. So this is the brief, right? You can take your time and read it. I pasted it and it was like, got it. I'm working on creating that image, but it might take a bit. I'll send it soon as it's ready. So when I posted this to ChatGPT, I did not expect it to generate an image for me. I expected it to just give me like ideas, that I was going to use to brainstorm to create a concept for the logo. But it immediately just went ahead and started generating an image, right? So it generated the image, and look at what it generated. Boom, just like that. And I immediately fell in love with it. I was like, this makes so much sense, right? But I was kind of a bit confused, like, how does this owl relate with the brand? Initially I didn't understand, so I asked it, can you explain the icon and how it relates to the brand? And then it went ahead to explain, that an owl signifies knowledge and guidance. The sky blue color is for calm, trust, and clarity. The modern feel, it blends traditional learning symbolism with modern design, blah 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 blah. So I kind of understood how the owl makes sense, because if you watch Avatar, right? Not Avatar the movie, like the original Avatar animation, not Kurao, not that. Let me not insult it on on YouTube, but like the original Avatar Aang, right? There was a particular episode where they went to look for some information in a library, one huge library like that, and the guardian of that library was what? It was an owl, because owls are like symbols of knowledge and guidance and information. So it makes sense to use an owl for this logo mark, since the brand is like an educational powerful platform that uses AI, right? So now I was like, ChatGPT, you sabi die, you sabi, I just the heal him. Then now I asked him, what type of font do you use here, what typeface? So he said it used the sans serif typeface. So it gave me options: Poppins, Sans, Inter. So I ended up using Inter for the brand identity, right? So I actually told you to recommend some fonts. It's recommended. I chose Inter at the end of the day. Now I also wanted to develop social media content for it. So I was like, generate 10 social media flyer design content, right? I did not want 10. I wanted just 4, but I wanted options to choose from. So I asked it for 10. It developed the 10 and I chose my top 4. Now, after it developed those contents, I was thinking, I was like, what if, because Duolingo has like a 3D character, right? So, what if I create a 3D character for this logo? So, I went ahead and asked it, can you develop a 3D character using the tutorial owl icon? And he said, yes, I can do that. So, it asked me to resend the logo image. So, I sent it and it developed it, and this is what it developed. Can you look at this? I was amazed, like wow, it developed this. I was so happy. So I went back and I said, good job. Now I wanted to use this owl icon in one of my flyer designs, in one of my social media designs. So I was like, I want to use this character for the third content idea. Remember, it gave me 10 ideas, so I wanted to use it for the third idea. Let's go back and check what that third idea is. Right, so the third idea is Meet Tutora, your AI powered learning companion wherever you go, wherever you need help, right? So you get the idea. Meet Tutora. So I wanted like a 3D icon that represents Tutora for that particular flyer. So I asked it to develop this. It developed this, but it's looking too plain. So I'm like, what position should the owl, how should it look to make it look friendly and reliable? That's what I asked it, and it gave me a pose suggestion. It described a lot, and I was like, it asked me if I wanted it to generate that. I said yes, generate it, and boom, it generated this. So you can see that this is much better than this. This is just it standing straight, but this one is waving, is smiling. He has a book in his other arm which represents education. Like, it just makes so much more sense, and I was very happy. So what I did was, like, I said thank you. So that is how I generated all of this. So once I did that, I jumped into my Illustrator. Right, so this is Adobe Illustrator, and I got to work. So I brought it into here, and what I did was that I used the image trace to extract this, remove the background, and just turn it into a vector. And then if you notice, let me go back. In the original one, yeah, sorry, let me go back to WhatsApp to show you guys what I'm talking about. In the original one, look at, it does not have iris. See, the eye is just black, right? So when I entered Illustrator, I actually added this white iris. I added it to the second one as well, but I don't know why it's not there. But if you see the final logo, look at this. You can see the white iris, so to give it like a soul, because if you look at the other one, it's like if it does not have any soul. So I added that. I just used image trace to remove the background and to extract it, turn it to a vector. I added the text that I wanted. I was choosing between either all capital or small letters. I chose the small letters at the end of the day. Then I used this grid to kind of like balance the positioning, to make sure everything is balanced. Then once I did that, and then I brought it into here. I made sure there's like an icon mark, a combination mark, and then a logo, a text mark, a word mark. Then I created a dark version, and then I created this version, and then this is like my color palette. Alright, so once I did all of that and I was happy with it, I had successfully created a brand identity. So what I did, I entered Photoshop, right, and I developed this brand identity here in Photoshop. I just copied and pasted here in Photoshop. So this is what I got. Once I did that, I then went ahead to start developing the social media flyers. So you can see this flyer. This is what I was talking about. This is the 3D character that I used, to create this flyer. So you can see how I created an entire brand using AI. So you can see how AI made the entire process so much more easier, right? It made it so much more easier. So this is how I achieved this. I hope you learned something new. If you did, drop a comment, like this video, share it to a designer, subscribe, because I'm dropping more amazing content like this. Okay, so if there's any video you want me to make, AI related, design related, anything, Photoshop, Illustrator, just let me know in the comment section and I'm going to make that video. Alright, so till we meet again, stay safe out there, have a nice day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Right.